let's get started. 2 o'clock, right on the dot, to our demo day for Cohort 43, this September 23rd, 2022. We were going to do top 10 finalists from our cohort, and we were just so blown away by the caliber of talent and the interesting ideas that came through that we just had to have it as the top 11 for Cohort 43 of the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator program. So I would like to introduce the startups that you see here today. You have Airboard, Jom Live, Happy Praggy, Whoop Scholarships, We Hunter, Drone Here, Salesify, Thrift, Catch Up, The Other School, and ChariHantu.com, a wide vertical of startups with varying offerings that I'm sure you're very interested to hear more about. So let's get into it. Before we do though, I would like to introduce myself and the company that is running this Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator, which is Leet Ventures, or also known as 1337 Ventures. We are a technology accelerator. In fact, we're one of the first in Malaysia. We are VCMC registered. We started sometime in 2012, and since then, we have accelerated more than 1,400 startups in 5 different countries around ASEAN. We also pioneered design thinking and design sprints in the country. We have done corporate innovation with a bunch of MNCs and GLCs, and our sister company, Leet Capital, is also one of the 10 licensed ECF or equity crowdfunding operators in Malaysia that is registered by the Securities Commission. You'll also be glad to know that this particular accelerator program was selected as the best accelerator of the year in 2019 in the entire ASEAN region. So we're very happy and very proud to present to you our 43rd cohort of top 11 finalists. Just a little side note for some of you who may be interested, we have worked with the following companies to accelerate within their companies and also within the startup scene ecosystems as well, where we have produced a lot of different startups that have come through, like Eat Cake Today, Senang, Park Easy, Pod, and so many more. So if you're interested to find out more about what Leet Ventures do, give myself or anyone else in here that has 1337 in front of their name a little text, and we will be more than happy to assist you in finding out about what we do. On that note, we would also like to present our latest baby called Muraku.com. That's MURU-KU.com. It is our latest innovation, so we're constantly innovating ourselves. And this is Malaysia's one-stop startup ecosystem platform. If you want to know what startups are out there in the market that are actively participating in the ecosystem, check out MURU-KU.com, Muraku.com, to find out about all the startups in Malaysia, all the VCs that operate in Malaysia, all the grants available, startup events, and a lot more. So check Muraku.com out. That's our latest baby, and tell us what you like about it. We're always looking to innovate and improve. Now, coming back to the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator Cohort 43, I want to take you through the journey that these startups have been through. First, when they came in, they were in one of these 5 places. A lot of them came in with an idea. They were asking questions like, hey, what problems are worth solving? How do I go from a problem and an idea to a commercial solution? Some of them came in where they already had some level of an offering or a product, and what they wanted to know was how fast they could get to market. We also had some of them who had put a product out there in the market, but had not yet gotten validation of that product. They weren't really sure whether or not the product was needed in the market. And the next batch of them had traction. So they had some level of product validation, but they wanted to know how they could capture the market. We also had some who were at scale, although the Alpha Startups program is a much more early stage program in general. So we've taken all these startups throughout all these different stages in their startup journey, and our goal through the program has been to move them to the next stage of their startup journey. We've been fully digital since March 2020 when the pandemic hit. We've digitized all our cohorts since then. We are 43 accelerator programs deep with 1,300 startup teams across all verticals. Leet Ventures is vertical agnostic. So as long as you have a fantastic idea that you're passionate about, we are passionate to hear about it. And we also have our Leet Academy online, where we've got almost 1,600 students onboarded into our Alpha Startups program, which you too can go through and learn how to start a startup. We also have through the program starting a startup playbook or the workbook for the After course, and the Leet Academy online, which I mentioned earlier, which is available 24/7, super flexible. You can learn anytime, anywhere. So this is also the journey that our startups have taken throughout the course of this accelerator program. All this for what? Well, it's to get an investor-ready pitch. So today, what you're going to be seeing is the fruits of their labor. Everything that they've learned so far, all the time that they've spent with the mentors getting coaching, it has all culminated to this event that you are here for today, which is the pitch. So they will be having a 3-minute pitch and a 5-minute Q&A session with our judges, Mr. Bikesh Chand and Mr. Suresh Thiru. The judges will be introducing themselves very shortly. But for now, what you need to know is that you're going to be blown away by a 3-minute pitch from each of these 11 startups and a 5-minute Q&A where they get to answer the questions thrown at them by the judges. Some of the program benefits that these startups have benefited from is, of course, funding being one. But we always hear that the biggest value that they've gotten from our programs is always the mentoring sessions. So they've gotten more than 10 hours of mentoring sessions. They've also gotten digital credits in the forms of things like AWS, Airtable, job portals, and so much more. Throughout our ASTA programs, we also strive to provide things like office spaces, corporate access, and market access wherever possible, and working with partners like our supporting partners, MDEC, who provides a range of services that allows the startups to grow and expand. So a little bit about the current cohort is the stages of startups that they have come through. So we've got startups from those who had almost no ideas coming in to startups all across the board in the stages. So as you can see, we're very much an early stage accelerator. We also have different types of offerings that the startups have provided. Some of them, the popular ones tend to be the marketplace platform offerings, but we've also got those working on process and services, software, on-demand services, and physical products as well. In terms of verticals, we have verticals all across, but we can see that education and retail has been a popular one in the last couple of years, specifically driven by the pandemic. But some of these are truly evergreen, and we will always see these different verticals represented when we run our accelerators. So we hope that this provides you with a little bit of context and a little bit of understanding of who the teams are and where they've come from in this cohort to rise to the top of the cohort 43. These are our top 11 finalists. Before we begin, before we begin, I would like to remind everybody what's at stake, which is beyond everything else that we have provided. It's gonna be the funding to kickstart the startup's journey. So we've got 50,000 in funding, and we would like to thank our supporting partners, MDEC, for providing not just funding support, but also all the market access support and connection support that they have provided. So thank you so much to our supporting partners, MDEC, for being part of the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator program. We'd also like to throw out there an open call for anyone who is an investor who's watching this, whether you're coming with us live or you're watching this a little bit later. If you are interested in any of these startups and you would like to get connected to them, please connect with us, the Leet Ventures team. While we are committed to funding at least one, we are always open to enable more of these startups to be funded. So if you're watching with us on Zoom, you can chat with us. If you're watching with us on Facebook, you can just connect with us. We are all across the platform, so please let us know if you want to be connected to the startups. Now, before we begin with our demo day agenda, where we'll be hearing from the first 6 teams, and then we'll take a short 5-minute break. And then we'll be hearing from the last 5 teams, and then we'll close with the judges' remarks and also the crowd favorite voting. Before we begin proper, I would like to open the floor now to the judges to provide a little bit of encouragement to the startups that are going to be pitching very, very shortly. May we start with Mr. Suresh Thiru? Mr. Suresh Thiru, are you there? Your mic is muted.
Shall I just start first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, great job, startups, to have you basically here. I think as Kavita said, right, it was so hard for us to pick a top 10 because there were so many amazing ideas. So it's a top 11. So I think all of you are in the right space in terms of trying to do something very different or taking something existing that's been done and trying to put a new spin on it. So I'm really looking forward to hear your pitches. I think I wasn't so involved in this batch because I really want to be surprised listening to these ideas at judging, so that we can pick an amazing team to kind of fund and grow it like all the other ASDAs that we've been growing all this while. So looking forward to hear the pitch.
Thank you. Thanks, Bikesh. Suresh, do we have you with us? I think he's experiencing a little bit of connectivity issues. All right. Leet Ventures team, if you could just connect with Suresh to make sure that we have him with us. Might have a slight connection issue, so we just want to make sure that we are ready to start. All right, so yes, we'll be beginning really shortly with the pitches. Before we do, I have a very short, fun poll for all of you here with us. So you would have seen it pop up on your screen as we wait for the judges to confirm that they are ready to start. You should see a little pop-up with a poll that came up on your screen. And they have 2 questions with the same answers. So we're just interested to see where you are right now. The first question welcomes you and asks you how excited you are. You are either super excited or you're mega excited. There's no other options. And we want to know if you're ready to go. So yeah, let us know if you're born ready or you want to just let's go. So we will start really, really shortly. Give it a minute or 2. In the meantime, go ahead and answer the poll, just so we can have you guys with us. Awesome. Okay, so a quick one for all our audience here today. If you do have a question for the startup when you are listening to their pitch, you can actually ask it in the chat. So only the judges will be able to ask the questions verbally. And the startups will only be answering the questions from the judges in that 5 minutes. However, if you do have any specific questions, especially if you're super excited and you want to be the first to know when it's live, go ahead and let them know in the chat, and they will respond to you after they're done with their pitch session. All right, so yes, that is an available option. Yeah, and if you, especially for those of you who want to just get in on that, I know some of you will definitely want that. So yeah, you can use the chat function on Zoom. Should be in your bottom section there, or maybe in your top section there, and you can use that. Okay, judges, Are we ready? Suresh, is your connection okay? Can you hear us well?
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
fantastic. Okay, great.
Oh.
So let's go. We are now going to kick off with the top 11 pitches of the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator Cohort 43. I hope you guys are all ready. You're about to be blown away. Judges, Mr. Bikesh and Mr. Suresh, are going to be asking the questions during Q&A. And we're going to start off with We Hantar. We Hantar is looking at logistics and a really different take than all the different kind of logistic platforms that you see out there. I'm going to let them tell you what it is about, but just remember that this is something that I don't think we've really seen, and I'm really, really excited to see something like this in the market. So We Hunter, please take it.
Hi, I'm Ash. I'm the founder of WeHunter, and today I will share with you how WeHunter for you and ASEAN. Even before COVID-19, we're seeing hundreds of thousands of foreign workers, students and expats across Southeast Asia who reside in Malaysia who want to send big bulky items back to their hometown. Also, the rise of e-commerce, we're seeing a lot of e-commerce sellers and personal shoppers who reside in Malaysia or travel to Malaysia to send items back to customers in their hometown. The question remains, is there a provider out there that does not charge based on the weight of the parcel, the items in the parcel, or based on the pickup or drop-off location? Introducing WeHunter, where we are an alternative door-to-door delivery service that delivers up to 75 kilos for a fixed price with a high TAT. And our solution is that we are an aggregator of all partners in the ecosystem, and we manage the whole process with tech. And our mission is to make cross-border trade more seamless and accessible for all. Our MVP website that we launched so far is intuitive and also convenient. How so? We have our standard welcome page, our eKYC, personalized user profile, digital payments, verification and customer creation, and as well tracking post-purchase. There's a big market for WeHunter. We are seeing about 177 million TAM. However, getting 10% of our staff in the next 5 years, we're able to get about 5 million ringgit so far. Our BMC is very clear. We target the individuals or early adopters, as mentioned earlier, those foreign workers, those personal shoppers, and also students and expats, and also those personal shoppers and e-commerce sellers who exist via e-commerce platforms and also social media. Our GTM strategy so far is very clear. We have done social media promotion campaigns, email and print. However, moving forward, what we want to do is to also integrate, also work with KOLs, eWorm, and also partnerships. Across the table, you can see that we tick most of the boxes. How so? We are an all-inclusive door-to-door delivery service, meaning we send the box to your house, we pick up from you, and we deliver for you. And our delivery time is about 2 to 5 weeks, and our prices start about 360 ringgit door-to-door from Malaysia to Indonesia. Our highlight is that we aim to make about 60 deliveries in 2022, and our EBITDA break-even is about 130 boxes per month, or about 1560 boxes per year, which is about 2026 or earlier. And our gross margin is about 20%, with our CAGR about 260%. Our milestone is that we are first seeking our first form of funding. We are establishing more partnerships and also doing more study to expand WeHunter to further ASEAN markets. Also integrate WeHunter with more e-commerce platform and as well microfinancing, microloan in the future. Our team is young, intuitive, young, entrepreneurial, and also driven. We have a team of young people who work in various industries across Malaysia and Asia as well. What we're seeking is about 150,000 ringgit in pre-seed funding, and our run rate is about 50 months. Aside to funding, we're also seeking mentoring and also coaching to scale up WeHunter further. With that, I thank you.
Thanks, Ash. Can you elaborate a little bit more on who is your customer?
Hi, Suresh. Definitely. So currently right now, we are targeting the foreign workers, expats and students who reside in Malaysia, and also the personal shoppers who come to Malaysia to shop and deliver the goods back to their hometown, in this case, Indonesia.
Would it be difficult to work with undocumented workers for this?
Well, it will not be impossible, because all they have to do is just upload their IC or passport on our platform, and that will be done. The
So the
eKYC is
KYC you're doing was just for yourself and not something regulatory.
no,
So
it's just for ourselves, correct?
okay, so even though they have an Indonesian passport and they're here unofficially, they could still use this?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, cool. The price point, 360 ringgit, how do you come down to that price? Is that sustainable? Like, tell
Alright.
me about the price point, how you got to that?
Okay. So the 360 ringgit that we got is basically, number one, is based on the prices for the first mile, the delivery, and last mile. Because we are a volume game, the higher volume we get, then definitely our will be higher. But having the price of 300 ringgit is actually from Malaysia to Pulau Jawa. Different islands in Indonesia have different price point, and of course, it varies from one place to another.
Okay.
What's up, Greg? Go on, Vikesh, sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
No.
I just want to know what was the average time for the packages to reach the other side?
It would take about 2 to 3 weeks to reach port to port, but also 2 more weeks to get delivered to the house. So about 2 to 5 weeks more or less.
Okay.
So basically you get these packages, you aggregate them, and then you ship them.
Definitely, that's right. So we
Okay.
owns no assets. We work with vendors, and the more we can consolidate, then we'll pass over to the vendor to deliver it to the last mile.
Right. And they are package mail and JPI, who are your competitors.
That's right.
And you want to focus on Southeast Asia.
That's correct.
How long have you been in business, and how much of traction do you have?
All right. So we actually started off in January of this year, and we officially launched our website and the business as of July. So far, we have about 12 paying customers and have made 2 deliveries so far.
So you've got 12 paying customers,
Yes.
and they are individuals or they are companies?
The individuals.
All right. So you have 12 paying customers. Okay. That's okay. So how do you build traction?
So right now, what we are looking into is basically our GTM. A lot of it is through social media and also on word of mouth. Because we're targeting this specific segment, which are the Indonesian workers, foreign workers in Malaysia, a lot of it actually goes through via email, print, and also social media. So we are trying to build from that. However, moving forward, we will do more campaigns, promotions, and also partnerships to get the momentum going.
How easy is it to get to where you are? Like, is this something other people can also do? Just talk to any shipper and say, I take your excess space and I get cheaper rates to ship. How possible is this?
So basically right now, there are a lot of competitors a lot of vendors who do door-to-door shipping in the bulk, but to find a service that does only, let's say, boxes of 1 to 2 digit numbers, that's quite tricky because there's a lot of steps and processes to deliver box door-to-door via sea freight. So we Hunter, we actually built the platform, the digital platform, building the partnerships, and definitely that took us about 8 to 9 months. So building from that, I think the traction moving forward will be much more better for us in the future.
So you're doing first mile from here and last mile there too, right?
Correct. So the whole process, door to door.
All right, thanks.
No worries.
So is it true that corporates would be easier to give you volume than individuals?
Well, corporates can definitely explore the option, although corporates do have certain vendors or delivery partners they already work with. However, should they would like to explore alternatives to send big volume during rush, peak season, or during festive seasons, we Hunter can definitely offer that service as well. But right now, looking into e-commerce, we see a lot of volume for people to use WeHunter, majority of it wanting to purchase via social e-commerce platforms overseas and deliver it back to their hometown and paying less of the price for the delivery.
All right. Judges, do you have any further questions?
All good.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
We're going to give you a couple of seconds to just complete the judging form. So just go ahead and do that if you have not yet done so. And then we will move on to the next team. Our next team is Thrift. But we'll just give the judges a couple of minutes to complete their judging. In the meantime, Team We Hunter, there's a couple of questions in the chat. I believe about 3 questions which you can attend to in the chat. So just give me a thumbs up if you're good to go. All right, fantastic. Thank you, judges. Thank you, Team We Hunter. Now, moving on to our next team. So I guess the question here is really how many of you like saving money, right? Because and then really the thing is, there's actually a lot of ways to save money, but they're often like hidden in the fine print. So enter Thrift, right? They're a platform to help customers find, manage, and redeem promotions and sales around them. Team Thrift, tell us more. Take it away.
Good day, my name is Jeevan and I'm the founder of Thrift. And today I'm going to give you an offer that you cannot refuse. Now, this is a promotion that happened 3 weeks ago. Now, I know half of us don't even know this promotion existed, but I bet all of us would have loved to get this deal, right? Now, this is a promotion that's still going on right now, so you can go get it while you can. But before you go, you should know that you cannot use this for eat-ins or takeaways, but you can only use this via the SR Go pickup app. Now, I have felt frustrated when I try to redeem a promotion and get declined because of some hidden terms and conditions. I bet you have been in my same shoes as well, which leads to the problems that we're trying to solve, where customers do not know about promotions that occur around them, and they're confused about the hidden terms and conditions. Promotions are not even targeted to the right audience, and it's really costly to print out banners and posters. And in this time, it is really, really ineffective. Now, the solution that we have come up with is a platform that showcases promotions and sales to users nearby. And this is our product. As you can see, you can view promotions close by to you, and you can even personalize your app for your liking. With a single click of a button, you get all the details of your favorite promotion, and you even get a step-by-step guide on how to redeem that sweet, sweet deal. You can even save them for later, or also set reminders so that you do not forget about your favorite promotion. Now, our target market is retailers and outlets. As you can see, we are trying to target 100 outlets by the end of 2023. Our users, or in this case, customers like you and I, we are targeting university students at first because they are the ones who do more shopping, and they are the ones also who need to live frugally because they do not have a solid source of income. Our business model is a basic monthly subscription plan of RM20, and a single promotion post will cost RM5. Now, we're going to go into the market in various ways. Firstly, we're going to collaborate with outlets on exclusive promotions during events such as Black Friday and New Year's. We're also going to collaborate with clubs and societies from universities. And finally, we're going to set up a dual posting feature so that outlets can share their promotions in both Thrift and other social media platforms as well without hassle. Now, people may ask, now, what's the difference between you guys and Fave, or you guys and social media? Now, in Fave, you need to spend money to get the coupons. Now, with us, we're just promoting existing promotions, so you do not need to spend money. Since our niche is really, really targeted, where we only target on promotions and sales, our costs will be really, really low, thus giving us a better price point compared to other social media platforms. Now, this is our roadmap until June 2024, whereby then we'll be implementing an analytics dashboard so that retailers can better target their audience. Now, this is me. I am the founder of Thrift. I am a university student in University Malaya. I have previous experience in data engineering in Top Glove, and also I am currently a part-time data analyst in Intel. Now, the 50,000 that I am asking for is for the runway period of 18 months, which costs 24,000, marketing for 12,000, UI UX design for 5,000, and 9,000 for the app development side of the iOS part of my app. That is all. Thank you.
So Jeevan, is your app up and running already?
Hello. Right now, it's in beta testing. We have it in Play Store, but it's in open testing right now.
Okay. And have you spoken to any potential partners, and what's the reaction?
Right now, we have spoken to many outlets like independent restaurants. They do not like the idea because they do not want to spend. But when we say we have enough users in it, they are more interested to spend money in it.
So how many users are they looking for you to
They are
build?
looking in a specific area, they're looking for more than 1,000 users.
And so you haven't built up the 1,000 users yet.
Right now, we're in beta testing phase. We have 20 beta testers to test out all the bugs and remove it so that it runs more smoothly.
Okay. So you got a chicken and egg situation because you want users, but users will only come in if you have coupons or discounts. But the vendors that are giving you the coupons and discounts, basically are saying, hey, you don't have any users. So how do you overcome that?
Exactly. So right now, what we're trying to do is we're pulling out existing promotions from other platforms such as Facebook and Twitter and all, and we're posting existing promotions in the app for now without getting paid for anything. So because the database right now is free, it does not need any cost for now. So we're just promoting existing promotions right now.
Okay.
To gain customers first.
What was the reasoning behind the actual target audience of saying university students first?
So I have made a survey, and most of the one who did the survey are in the age of 18 to 24, which is in the range of university students. So that is what prompted me to actually target them at first.
Okay. And the thoughts on the business model, on the price point and how it would work? What was the thoughts around that?
So there's a pay scale on the database that we're using. We're using Firebase. So we have calculated on how much revenue we need and how much to maintain the app. So 20 ringgit is exactly the sweet spot where it does not cost as much as other social media platforms, but it's enough for us to generate enough profits and revenue.
Would a free tier work to basically get someone to just start putting deals with no cost so that they don't mind if you don't have the demand side, so you can still get the supply side up?
Yes, for now we can still maintain the app because we have a huge amount of data storage space.
So would the store still make purpose-built coupons for you, and it's free for them to put it on board just to get the ball rolling?
Yes, it's still enough for us to actually get the ball rolling without getting paid for now because the database is free for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So students are going to pay you 20 ringgit a month, a year, or how does that work?
No. So there's actually two entities. One is the users, which are students. Actually, it's everyone, you and me, whoever wants to get a good deal. That's the entities we're going to use. Basically, like in Facebook, where we use the social media platform. So that's the users. The ones who are going to pay us are outlets and retailers who want to post their promotions in the platform.
Okay, so they pay the outlets pay you a subscription of 20 ringgit and then $5 per post.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So acquiring outlets, acquiring students are very difficult. Have you considered being an aggregator of coupons, right? So you go to Fave and say, I will aggregate for you. You go to other people and say, I'll aggregate for you. So it's easier for you to get a lot of coupons. I'm not sure if Grab and Fave will give you their coupons, but if you have enough users, then you can aggregate, and then you don't have to go and get them individually. You can just say, okay, today, what coupons are available today, what coupons are expiring today.
Yes, that is sorry.
Have you considered that?
Yes, we have considered that. We have actually emailed Grab for it, but we haven't got any response yet because we are still in a very early stage of our startup.
Yeah.
So, but we cannot compete in this case with Fave because they are actually selling their coupons and promotions, and we are not. So it means that we have to buy their coupons. So it totally goes against our idea of customers not need to pay anything to get a good deal, where you just need to find a good deal. You do not need to pay to get a good deal.
All right. Thank you very much to Team Thrift, and thank you, judges, for your questions. Judges, you have a couple of minutes just to complete your judging, and then we will move on to the next team. Thank you. Judges, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready for the next team. Great, thank you, judges. All right, so our third team of our Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator Cohort 43 Demo Day is called The Other School. And essentially, Malaysians are smart, right? We're smart, skilled, hardworking, at least I think so, right? Yet there seems to be like this gap in the market of like what the market needs as well as what the job market offers. Well, enter The Other School. It's basically a career facilitator who that upskills working professionals through mindset transformation through programs. And they're going to explain to you further what The Other School does and how they plan to change lives. The Other School, take it away.
Seven years ago, I stepped into this place with zero teaching experience. All I cared about was to check off my volunteering compulsory hours. And when I graduate, my volunteering ends too. I thought I was going to be relieved, but there was more to it. You see, this was a refugee learning center called MSO. Refugee Learning Center had to rely on donations and volunteers, which may or may not happen. Myself and Kim, both of us, we were running a award-winning social enterprise and a social media agency. We knew there has to be a better solution than passive waiting. This is where the Other School was born. Starting off as a sustainable solution to a refugee learning center, we know we have to be more than just a training provider. We took our experience in building a learning journey, building a community, and cultivating growth mindsets for learners to enable the working adults to do the same too. Through a cohort-based program, we cultivate a very motivated and driven mindset among the learners so that they can work through the challenges that they are facing in the entire program. This is especially important for the future workforce consisting of millennials and Generation Z. As you can see, having a high quality and well-designed program is no longer a preference but a requirement. And 40% of employees with poor training leave the company within just the first year. This is Jasmine in the red circle. She is one of our first few graduates. She told us that application is the key to success for her cohort of program. But how do we do that? How do you make people want to learn and apply? We don't just feed them knowledge and transfer the content. We make sure that there's a sustained motivation and community interacting with each other. We believe that a Malaysian-based SME with strong people culture would benefit the most from this. And we're targeting an annual revenue of 24 billion, which will come from 0.5% of the Malaysian employees with 3 enrollment of program per year. Of course, we're not the only ones in the market. However, we believe that a cohort-based structure and blended learning is the way that leads to a sustained motivation and driven mindset transformation. These are trainers who are working with us to create the content. They are people who are industry leaders who have succeeded in what they're talking about, and our learners get to directly learn from them. Remember Jasmine, she's one of these 580 participants from the cohort. In the next 3 years, we're looking to expand our trainers' portfolio and to improve learning experience with AI technology. With that, we're asking for 60,000 to work on market expansion and content development. We believe that no one should get limited by their background. Where you come from should never, ever get in the way of where you want to go. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you. Can you tell me a little bit more about your revenue model?
Yep, sure. So our revenue model works in a way where we charge per head count for the program that we are organizing. And we will typically offer by company. So every time we will make it compulsory that there has to be 10 person in minimum per cohort. And that's where we get our revenue.
And how much is it per employee?
300 per head count.
And so that's for one program?
Yes, that's for one program. And we are aiming each year, one person enroll into 3 programs. So our program is designed in a way where there's a continuation to it. So let's say in the context of interpersonal skill. So there is one on coaching skill, one on how to lead the one-to-one conversation, and another one on how to be more confident in presentation. So all 3 is kind of under the same pillar, related to each other. And that's where we will have the continuation and the more upselling for the companies.
And what's your platform like? So it's like, is it Zoom-like? So somebody is presenting, or is it taped and then just played back anytime?
Right. So at the moment, we are a combination of several platforms in a way, because we are designed in a way where there is a combination of live lessons and also pre-recorded lessons. So we're doing our live lesson on Zoom, and we're doing the pre-recorded lessons, means that the learners go on to this LMS called Thinkific to watch the video. However, we definitely do have the plan to combine everything together once we are able to reach to a point where we know and we understand fully what the learners and the audience would prefer. And on top of that, we also have a platform which typically is a WhatsApp group at the moment to connect between the learners and the students so that they have a direct contact with each other within the program period.
Are you building a platform, or are you focusing on content, or are you doing both?
At the moment, only on content. However, in the next 3 years, specifically in the year of 2025, we do want to look into having a platform, because we believe by then we will be able to understand more on the user behavior already, and we can really design a platform that would suit their needs. And at this point of time, it's more to finding out their true needs, and through content, we will start to engage with them.
And who's your competition?
Right. So we believe that it includes New Campus, which is actually based in Singapore. They also run cohort-based courses. Reskill, it's a platform. They absorb other people's content, and also they have their own internal content. They develop an app for that. Same for Tiger Hall, they also have an app for that. So these are the few platforms, plus those that are hosting their own content, would be considered as our competitors.
Okay. So I work.
Okay, you want to talk about Go One? Go ahead. I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I work with Go One.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for 500 ringgit a year.
Yeah.
Right. You can get a full year subscription to 80,000 courses.
Yep.
Right. So how would you compete?
Right, understand. At the same time, we are aware that there are platforms that are offering one-off subscription for the entire year. And as you said, yes, there are a lot of content in there, but we are not going into that space per se. We want to focus in the engagement of the content. So we know that in fact, there are a lot more free content out there as well, especially for the new generation, the younger generation. They know where to get the content. But the point is the lacking of the engagement when it comes to them, between them and the trainer. So that engagement is the gap that we're trying to build through the content and the program that we are offering.
I want to talk about the numbers. So you were saying average, what, you're targeting SMEs, was it?
Yes.
So
So
one
these
SME gives you-
12.5 million employees in Malaysia.
Yeah. It's big. I mean, we own a training division too, but if you're talking about trying to get 2,700 customers a year, tell me more about that. How do you achieve that?
Yeah. So we will definitely, this is a target goal revenue that we want to go for. And we definitely need to go through companies and that's why we are running on a B2B model instead of a B2C model. Initially, we started out as B2C, but at the moment, we believe that B2B will help us to scale faster and reaching out to the companies. It's the most direct method and pathway to go to that for now, for that number.
Right, well, that one's for sure. In this country, nobody pays for training, right? They expect the companies to pay, and that's why you have HRDF, etc. But my question is, how do you get 2,700 customers to sign up in a year?
Yeah, so the field channel that we are also exploring, part of the reason that it will work is because of the trainers that we have as well, because these trainers, some of them, they would have trained other companies or other audience before, but why are they interested to work with us is because firstly, one of it could be the social cost that they are invested into it. Secondly is they believe that the new generations need to learn in a different way. And so with these two reasons, a lot of times they are also very willing to share their contacts with us and to let us know that where could be the potential client that we can reach out to.
Okay, great. Thank you very much to the other school and our judges as well. Judges, please take a couple of minutes to complete the judging score for the other school before we move on to our next startup pitch. Fantastic. Thank you, judges. All right, so moving into our fourth pitch of the day is Team Whoop. Whoop Scholarship is a matchmaker platform that helps students find and apply for scholarships easily, as well as scholarship management software for the organizations that provide those scholarships, so that they can manage it systematically. So it's essentially an all-in-one platform. But Team Whoop, please do tell us more. Really interested to hear what you have to say. Take it away.
Whoop, and we're creating a platform that makes scholarships as accessible as it should be to hopefully help students get one step closer to their dreams. Because of poverty, education has become a luxury not everyone can afford. That's why scholarships exist. But the problem here in the Philippines is it takes 2 to 4 weeks to finish the process. And because of the lack of scholarship platform, after graduating high school, students choose to stop to work instead of going to college, and it has contributed to the large amount of out-of-school youth, not just in the Philippines, but also in APAC. And it's so sad to see their potential go to waste. That's why we created Whoop. Whoop is a scholarship matchmaker platform that helps students find and apply for scholarships easily for free, and a scholarship management software where organizations can manage their programs systematically. This is our value propositions, but being a JU algorithm scholarship matchmaker platform, as well as a scholarship management software, are two of the best values that we can add. This is our student journey. Once they have registered, will get matched, they can apply, and then can get accepted. As for our sponsor side, all they have to do is launch their program, review applications, and accept or reject applications. This is our achievement. We know that there's a need for this platform in the market, because even though we haven't launched yet, but we have received a lot of queries and also page views in our landing page, and also we're in collaboration with Invested Philippines and Edfolio, an e-commerce education platform, and 6 confirmed local sponsors. This is our market opportunity. We have a large market opportunity, being APAC as our total addressable market. And because we have to start somewhere, so we're going to start here in the locality of the Philippines. And this is how we're going to acquire money through subscription, advertising, and partnerships with an estimated revenue of $15 million in 2 years. So we know that this platform is going to work and will gain revenue because this has been proven in the other countries. And also, these are the channels that we are going to use because based on our research and based on the traction that we've received in our landing page, most of our customers or users came from here. And this is our key competitive factors. But again, two of our edges is that we are both a geographical matchmaker platform and a scholarship management software. And this is our team, Whoop Mates. I call them Whoop Mates, the team behind the dream. We know that we're going to make Whoop successful because each of us plays a significant roles that will help the company grow. That brings us to our roadmap that in 2027, we are going to be an e-learning platform and an educational platform where students are free from fake news, and we're going to use AI for that. And we're asking for $100K that will bring us in 24 months, which will be used in technology, marketing, operation, and to pre-launch this platform. And I hope that you will help us and join us in making dreams come true. And if you do, please contact us. Thank you so much, everyone. Hello. Hello, Baikesh. Hello, Shores, and to everyone watching today. Good afternoon.
Hi. So tell me a little bit about the comparative position in the Philippines. Who else is in this space?
Can you ask that again, sir?
Can you tell me a little bit more about the competitor positioning in the Philippines? Who else is in this space?
Oh, okay. So here in the Philippines right now, sir, we are the first scholarship matchmaker platform right now. We have a competitor called Education.ph. They also post scholarships on their platform, but the difference between us two is that we are a scholarship matchmaker platform where students can both search and apply all in one platform, sir.
Okay.
How was the matching being done again? Is it very objective or it could be also very subjective?
Sir, the matching is done through location. So, for example, if you're from the Philippines, you will get matched with scholarships being offered in the Philippines. And for example, you are in the locality, for example, here in Pagadian City, if that's what you put in your location on your profile, you will get matched with local scholarships. But the beautiful thing here, sir, is we also have search engine. So students can customize search for scholarships that they would like to apply for example, in other localities in Cebu or in other locations here in the Philippines.
So you're just matching the person with potential scholarships, not saying that they're qualified or they would get it. You're just showing them the potential scholarships that they could apply for.
Yes, sir, exactly. We're just provide them the outlet or the resources where they can access those scholarships and potentially be eligible for those scholarships.
Was there in the pipeline if somebody wanted a scholarship and couldn't find something, you would also fundraise for them? What else were you thinking in the future of the product?
For the future of the products, sir, we have here sponsors like donations. So if there are personal entities, like we don't accept one person, like for example, you're going to offer scholarships. We won't accept that because we want to get that. We don't want people to misinterpret the platform like having a sponsor alone. So we're going to accept organizations. So if you are a person who wants to offer scholarships, you can go through our donations, and then it's going to be very transparent. We're going to announce how much the donation is and who are the students that they want this donation to go to. So that's one of the, yes.
And how do you make money?
We make money through our scholarship management system, so it's subscription based, also partnerships and advertising. So in our subscription base, we are going to monetize from our sponsors organizations. So we are going to offer them the scholarship management software where they can directly receive those application and review this application. And also there's an email notification once they receive new applications, then they can review those applications in our platform, sir.
So does
And
a
also
candidate get matched to people who subscribe to your solution, or would you still be fair by putting in every scholarship you can find in the Philippines?
Yeah, yes, sir, but that's exactly one of the reasons why we want to make this scholarship where it's really legit. So we're going to have a meeting with the organization where we are going to sign mode of agreement, so that those scholarships are really legit and verified. So we're not just going to get any scholarship information there and put it on our platform, because maybe there are legalities that might be thrown at us. So that's why we want to make this really as legal as possible, sir. So that what we give to the students are also legit and legal. We don't want to give students false hope, sir, because I myself before was also one of those people finding for scholarships, but there were no outlet for that. So that's exactly the main purpose, or our core why we've made this platform, is to really give that outlet, especially for those
But
underprivileged
from a
students.
industry perspective, do these
Yes, sir.
universities and colleges have difficulty filling up their scholarship slots so that they would want to pay for this?
Yes, sir. One of the value propositions that we can add to them is actually we've talked to not just schools that are offering organizations, but also government agencies. They actually have a lot of scholarships, but their problem is no one is applying for that scholarship because those scholarships are not known to those students. And one of the reason why schools will pay for this platform is because they will have less paper use and the work optimization. And if they want to skip that long line outside their office, then they can use our platform also. And for now, because of the pandemic, the number of enrollees has dropped down. So with this platform, when a lot of students know, oh, this school is offering scholarship, so it will potentially increase their enrollees, sir.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Thank you, Sir Baikesh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh, and everyone.
All right, great. Thank you very much to Team Whoop and our judges. Would judges please take a couple of seconds or minutes to score the judging form and give me a thumbs up when you're ready to move to the next team. Also, just a reminder to the teams that questions are popping up in the chat, so go ahead and answer them there once you are done with your 5-minute Q&A with the judges. All right, judges, if we're ready to move to the next team. All right, great. Thank you. All right, so moving into team 5, our fifth pitch of the afternoon is this team right here. And I don't know about you, but the Facebook, Instagram, TikTok live sellers are honestly sometimes funnier than like actual comedians, and they're so engaging and so lively that sometimes I have no doubt they can sell like ice cream to an Eskimo. But if you're a business, right, how do you tap on that energy? Well, enter Jomliv, right? They've developed a live sales platform for live sellers and agents so that you can reach out to a wider audience and eliminate the manual process of managing orders and generating new leads. Jomliv, take it away.
Hi, we are Zoom Live, an aggregated live sales platform. Some of you or your spouse, especially ladies, must have come across FB live sales during the MCOs. While you may find exchanging PMs with the seller to complete the orders is tedious, imagine the amount of work they have to handle to manage tens or hundreds of orders. That's the ordeal that regular live sellers will have to go through, especially when they don't have any backend system to handle order, payment, and shipment. Sales will be missed and inefficient operationally. Zoom Live, being a live sales platform, has a solution to all that. More importantly, we allow sellers to stream to various social media platforms via one device to appeal to buyers from different demographics. So how do we do it? That's me going live. After selecting product and services that I want to promote, I key in the session name, then select channels that I want to stream to. My viewers will see me in various social media channels and the product that I feature. By keying the commands following the instruction appear in the caption, they will receive a PM. Clicking on the PM will bring them straight to checkout page. There are estimated 45,000 sellers going live in Southeast Asia, and we intend to get 540 paid live sellers from Malaysia into our platform by end of 2023, which will translate to 105,000 of monthly ad revenue. In longer plan, we target to acquire 6,000 paid users within Southeast Asia by year 3, which would result in total revenue of 50 million ringgit in 3 years' time. We'll start off by signing up 3 recruitment partners like property agency and live sales coach, then work with our social media agency on targeted ads. Integrating with TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube is key to reach out to younger streamers, and we will get at least 300 paid users by June 2023, with the mix of retailers and property plus investment agents. Of course, we are not the only live sales platform in Malaysia, but many of them, especially those from overseas, are lacking of localization in payment and shipment, while others do nothing to enrich the video. Besides the obvious differentiation, we offer features that allow us to reach out to new market segments, like brand owners and online gamers. On top of the key milestone mentioned above, the biggest of all is to launch our own live sales channel, offering an alternative channel to our users to go live. With it, we can introduce a lot more interesting features. Our existing team comprised of myself, an expert in telco network management solution for 20 more years, also a self-learned certified AWS associate consultant, and Ventures Leet, my co-founder, who also have dealt with many telco operators in the region, and he is running his own software house providing payment and VoIP solution. Last is our key developer, Nelson. We would like to acquire pre-seed fund of 195,000 for fund our expansion for the next 6 months, with majority goes to hiring of in-house developers, recruitment fees for our partners, and spending in cloud services. Also, we'd like to be connected to following organizations like TikTok to accelerate our expansion. With that, it ends my pitching session today. Thank you.
Thanks. Can you remind me again, Jason, who are your core users that would like this product?
Live retailers, right? Retailers that are selling consumer products in, for instance, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok these days. But we'll also open up new markets like targeting agents, but not so much on sales, but more on lead generation. Yeah.
In the competitor slide, you talked about your proposition being more on localization. Can you just emphasize what does that mean, localization?
Yeah, some of the foreign players, right, especially I've seen those from China or Taiwan, they don't have a payment gateway. So meaning buyers can only pay via ATM. They can only bank in the money and then attach the receipt later on. Also, they are lacking of shipment integration. We are integrated to Easy Puzzle. So meaning buyers, the seller can choose to use that option to allow the buyer to pick the courier services that they prefer. Yeah.
Okay, but there are local players who do that, right? Like Avana and all?
Yeah, Avana is like Shopline. They only provide the command capturing feature, nothing else. Yeah, the closer to us is Upmesh from Singapore. They do provide not only the command capture, but also multi-streaming to Facebook and Instagram. But I believe it's only to one Facebook and one Instagram. Yeah. But through our platform, we allow buyers, or the users, to stream to multiple Facebook channels, for instance, and Instagram. Later, in coming stage, we want to introduce TikTok as well,
right,
and Twitch and YouTube. Yeah.
Where are you in terms of your development?
We are actually live. We have some test users, and in fact, there's a pay user as well, who is an investment agent that's selling marketing live. I mean the agents. I mean the investment products in Facebook Live. Yeah, but more for lead generation. Yeah.
And what's your customer penetration? How many people are using this now?
Right now we are around 10. It's because we just go live in May. Throughout these past few months, I mostly look for collaborative partners. For instance, in terms of property agency, I talk to top management from agency like Refill, Chester, to gauge their interest. In fact, they are interested in it, so we are just. But their concern is more on training their agents to do a proper live sales. So we are working towards that, because I also have another partner who offer us HRDF certified live sales course. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is to link them up. So in terms of agent, I'm trying to get them more comfortable, more confident, right, in doing such session, so they can benefit and see the values from going live. Yeah.
So you think this will be used mainly by small individual sellers?
In Malaysia, in Southeast Asia, actually, yes, at this stage, but what we intend to do is to encourage brand to go into it. To be honest, brands are mostly sitting at the sideline these days, due to a couple of reasons. First is lack of talent. Second is they see live sales as a channel that would direct their brand image, because seeing the sort of talent that we have in Malaysia. That's what we try to change by introducing, by bringing this live sales coach, to the market. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to Team Jom Live. Judges, please take a couple of seconds or minutes that you need to submit your judging scores. All right, fantastic. Thank you, judges, and thank you, Team Jom Live. We just remember that there are questions to chat that you can respond to after you've completed your Q&A sessions. All right. Moving into our sixth team of the day, we are with this team, the team that's great for any new parents out here watching us today. I can just imagine that parenting is a daunting task. Everyone feels underprepared, stressed out, and constantly doubting themselves, right? Well, enter Happy Preggy. They are holistic support and care system for families that offer digital access to the expertise of family planning, pregnancy, to parenting, anytime and anywhere. So imagine a pocket nanny. Happy Preggy, tell us more. I'm sure the parents are dying to hear this.
Hi, my name is Yong. I'm the founder of Happy Preggy. Having a child is a life-changing event. While healthcare plays an important role in addressing medical issues during pregnancy, an OG doesn't have lactation or postpartum depressions, a pediatrician doesn't have in how to handle a newborn. In workforce, companies are facing challenges with new mothers not returning to work. According to Monster.com, 75% of working mothers in Malaysia quit their jobs, and 94% say they'll be looking for new jobs. more women in workforce could potentially increase Malaysia GDP by 6 to 9 billion ringgit. Today, I'm introducing Happy Pregi, a holistic support and care system for families that offer digital access to expertise from family planning, pregnancy to parenting anytime, anywhere. Our approach is redefining the way parents get professional support during their transitions to parenthood. So let's get started. Jenny and Ken are expecting the first baby. They downloaded the app and defined their expected birth plans. Then the app will form the plans and introduce a dedicated care team based on the input. They can decide who to engage with through teleconsultations. They can also learn from the self-guided resources like articles and forums in the app. There are about 500,000 newborns in Malaysia every year. We are targeting 10% of targeting 10% of the urban parents to use our services. We will be promoting the services in our high traction website, extend the services through our providers network, provide free credit for the first-time user, and offer free maternity insurance with our partners. We offer 2 types of model, one-time purchase and subscriptions package, covering 20 types of services that include teleconsultations and in-person classes, with price ranging from 30 to few thousand ringgit. We take 5 to 30% cut based on the selling price. For the past 5 months, our website achieved 450 page views daily in average, 1.2 million of lead impressions on Google and 30,000 clicks. Most of our contents rank on the first page of Google. We received more than 300 requests and 2,000 engagement to contact. Special cases that we serve include miscarriage, adoptions, special needs, and etc. For the next 12 months, we want to launch our parenting app to match parents with the right service provider using AI, targeting to achieve 5,000 paid customers by the end of next year, with customer lifetime value of 25 million. Increase our offering and service provider network to launch employee benefit programs targeting corporate customers. There are a few similar players in the US market with market values of more than $1 billion USD. The indirect local players like telehealth app or individual service provider are without end-to-end support for the parents. We are asking 500,000 to bring this innovation to life. People say it takes a village to raise a child. Start to create a care team for your families today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. How many people in your team right now?
It's about 4.
And what is your content expertise?
So, you mean the blogs, articles, stuff like that?
Yeah, how much are you, who's the expert on sort of, pregnancy and stuff like that?
Yeah, we don't have many blogs at the moment. We have less than 100 blogs, but many of our blogs rank on the first page of Google. So those blogs we actually write in-house, where our copywriters went to do some research and stuff like that, and then aggregate the information and write the blogs. So basically, it's not reviewed by the expert yet, but we are in the middle of doing that.
Okay, so you mentioned some of the other, businesses or other startups sort of in the medical space, right?
Yeah.
And they are across the board. How, and some of them are quite big, right?
Yeah.
The ones in Malaysia in particular.
Yeah. So in terms of for telehealth, right, they cover the primary and medical health care, right? For example, Talk to Us, right? They definitely have a pediatrician, they have gynae in the apps. So what we are providing in our platform is we're not just providing gynaes and pediatricians, we also provide lactation support, mental health. We provide any small and bite-sized to comprehensive teleconsultation on the apps. So yeah, it's like even let's say if you have a problem with your baby's sleep, right? You can find a consultant in the apps. And also let's say for couples, they're planning to have families, right? Or they need to consult on the fertility side, right? They can go to the app and talk to the fertilities and consultants on that. So it could be like a 15-minute teleconsultation, or it could be like a 1-hour consultation or classes.
From your business model, right? You talked about a few different ways to get money, from subscription to one-time purchases.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be the hot ticket seller here?
Yeah, the hard part for this is actually how do we identify particular services, how much we want to charge, right? We need to talk to a lot of experts and how much they charge currently. And then based on that, we need to agree on the percentage, the commission.
No, but which one you think would be the one that people will use your solution for? Will it be the one that comes for subscription or people coming for a specific one-time purchase? Because, you know, confinement business we know does well, so does newborn care. So would you be known for that, or what is it that you want to be known for, right?
Yeah, so for at this moment, we're going to target on the first 10 services that we potentially can offer, right? For example, the midwife consultations, right? Like let's say some parents, some new parents, when they want to, they know they get to expecting a newborn, they need consultation, they need to create a birth plan, right? And then so that in that case, they can engage with a midwife or a doula to create a birth plans. And then after that, it could be a childbirth educations. They need to be prepared for the childbirthing, right? And also for lactation support, it could be a consultation or it could be a in-person therapy, right? So there's two types of that. And newborn care, sleep coach, back to work support, and then the first help instructor, wellness coaches also very important in that because we have some cases in terms of like miscarriage and stuff like that. So they need some recovery assistance on that. And also mental health is also part of it. So at the beginning, we're going to focus on 10 services.
That's a lot to focus at the beginning, focusing on 10 things.
Yeah, so on our end, we are going to partner with the experts on that. So we are not the one who provide the services. So we're going to do a partnership with them. So in fact, we already talked to a lot of them because we already have our website up and running now. So we have a lot of experts on the platform. And the reason we come with this idea is because in the past 1.5 years, we are just assisting for all the pregnancies professional services, right? So after that, we got to study the data and the behavior of the user. We know what they need now. So
okay, so out of the what they need, you know, what's the most so far? Out of the 10, which one is the hot one?
Okay, in our platform, currently the hot one would be confinement centers because we are the largest confinement aggregator in the market. Okay. Pantang service, confinement food deliveries, adaptations, support, antenatal classes. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more questions on my side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Team Happy Pragi for your pitch, and judges, you may submit your scores. In fact, we're going to take a very short 5-minute break just so everybody can stretch their legs and get a cup of water or coffee. I know one of you is on your 9th cup, so you can go ahead and get your 10th cup of coffee. And we'll be back in 5 minutes for the balance of our 5 pitches for the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator Demo Day. The organizers of the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator is 157 Ventures, Leet Ventures, and our supporting partners, MDEC Digital Penang, AWS, and Airtable. We'll return with you really shortly after this. All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you were able to grab a quick glass of water or a stretch of your legs. We are now back into the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator Cohort 43 Demo Day brought to you by Leet Ventures and supporting partners MDEC. We are now moving into the last 5 pitches of the day, where we have Team Ketchup, Drone Here, Chariot Hunter, Salsify, and Airbot to take us through the end of the demo day today. Judges, hope you are ready to go. Excellent. Teams, I hope you are ready to go. With that said, let's get started. So coming up next, we have Team Ketchup. When you have a cough, you have so many options. You could go for your traditional Chinese or Indian medicine. You could go to the pharmacy. You could go to the doctor that's down the street, and so on, right? But when you need to, when you need something for your mental health, the only options right now are specialists, right? What if there was a checkpoint before that, and especially for working professionals, right? Well, enter Ketchup. Ketchup's a service to help employees manage their mental health with mental health first aid workshops and online check-in services. All right, Ketchup, tell us more. Take it away.
Hello, my name is Bani Chandran and I am the founder of Ketchup. Ketchup is a service that holds mental health first aid workshops for employees so they can better identify and attend to the mental health of people they are concerned for. We are a team of 3 people passionate about mental health. As our generation enters the workforce, we have become concerned with the mental health in the workplace and aim to do something about it. It may not be apparent, but 1 in 3 adults suffer from loneliness. We see that only 45% of employees receive help for mental health issues. Severe and prolonged loneliness increases the risk of death even more than things such as obesity, lack of exercise, and alcohol consumption. The solution is mental health first aid. Mental health first aid focuses on increasing awareness by providing information on mental health issues such as depression and anxiety. It also aims to reduce stigma by providing knowledge on the importance of mental health. Finally, by normalizing talking about mental health, we promote early help-seeking habits through our workshops. Our customers are HR managers that care about their staff's mental health. Once we reach out to the HR manager, Ketchup will conduct a free mental health survey of the company's employees on how they are feeling and how it affects their work. Next, we will organize a mental health first aid workshop for their staff and teach them some mental health tools. Finally, we provide a check-in service to maintain their well-being. There are about 1.5 million companies in Malaysia. Of those, we estimate 33% have human resource development funding. We are currently in contact with our first potential client, Cohort, and are planning the first steps. Our goal is to train 100 companies in the next 24 months in mental health first aid and have them subscribe to our check-in services. We use a B2B business model. Although our survey service is free, we charge 200 per head for the mental health first aid workshop and 30 an hour for the check-ins. Our estimated total revenue per company is 7,800 ringgit. There are many services out there that provide some sort of counseling, be it mental health first aid or psychotherapy. However, not all are affordable. What makes Ketchup different is that our check-in services are counselor initiated. This means we send a "How are you" message to our clients first, thus breaking the barriers that normally stop someone from reaching out. We asked for 50,000 ringgit to launch our service in Malaysia. We allocated 25% of this amount to building the website that provides basic information of what mental health first aid is. I believe this could be scaled to become a center for information about mental health. My name is Bani Chandran, and I thank you for your time and consideration today. May we catch up soon.
All right, judges, go ahead and ask your questions.
Hey, Shida.
Hello.
Hi. Just curious on the first customer being COTS Mehmet itself, pretty large. Was that intentional? You were going for a customer of that magnitude rather than smaller scale SMEs or startups?
It was not intentional, actually. It was a connection I had through my father, and he had a connection straight to the HR executive of Quartz Mammoth, and they have 5,000 employees, so we know it's large. She is passionate. The HR executive is passionate about mental health, so we feel like our values align, and I feel we can help out.
How do you scale then? It's still dependent on people, or is there technology that helps you with the check-in sessions?
So we aim to one day build a platform or a app that allows us to automate the check-in services. So for example, you have a staff member that's having a bit of a problem and they want to reach out and connect to us. So they subscribe to our service through their company and the company pays for it, or the individual pays for it, that's up to them. And we initiate the conversation. So we have an automated service that texts them every week, every day, every 3 months, depends on the client. And we text them, how are you? How are you feeling today? And we give them space for them to talk. Currently, we want to make it human and in person, have a person service. So we train callers to become makeshift counselors. We call them first aiders, and they talk to the clients.
Yeah, because I suppose they'll want to speak to a real person and not know that it's speaking about, right? So that means you would need, as you scale clients, you'd have to scale people.
Yeah.
But they won't be employees, they'll just be people that will freely want to work when they want to work. So it'll be like a gig economy model.
It is a gig economy model, yes. So they can work from home as long as they have the caller app, which is the version of the volunteers or the callers, and they can reach out to customers, and we give them a schedule of when they should reach out, when they should talk to people, and that's based on the caller's itinerary, and whenever they're free, and we pay them. So the difference between a lot of current counseling services is that they don't pay the volunteers who call, but we pay them because we feel this is a big burden on them to listen to and talk to people sometimes, and we want to give them something for their time.
So would there be a minimum qualification to be a volunteer to this? They all have to be like clinical psychologists like yourself?
No, there is no minimum qualification. You just have to be a person that speaks English, Malay, BM, Chinese, anything, any language. And what we do is that we take them through a 5 weeks training every weekend, and we take them through 5 sessions of training before they become a volunteer.
Pretty cool. Suresh, questions?
Sorry, Suresh, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, there are considerable regulatory requirements, right, to provide this type of service. And, to provide this service to somebody who needs the help, through volunteers or people who are just trained over 5 weeks who are not qualified, can be a significant issue. How do you want to address that?
Yes. So first off, we advertise, and the way we advertise is we are not trained counselors. We are not psychologists. We are not providing any form of psychotherapy or counseling. What we do is we provide a listening ear, and we are more of a good friend service. We act as a good friend to our customers. We ask them how they're doing. We talk to them. In the case that someone is suicidal or requires more help, we have a 3-step process of dealing with this situation. First, we manage the feelings and how they're presenting in the moment, because if they're standing at the bridge, we kind of need to deal with that. Second, we assess the risk and what needs to be done to avoid that risk, whether we need to call the police, the ambulance, or just befrienders. And then third, we refer them on to a third party. So we create partnerships with these people, the police, the ambulances, and befrienders, and so forth. And we refer them on to saying, hey, we have a client that would like to talk to you. Can you talk to them? It's urgent. And that's what we do. I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
So yours is a paid service.
Yes.
And a volunteer organization is willing to follow up on a paid service.
Yes, that is correct. I think voluntary organizations have it in their mission to help anyone who comes to them. We offer the voluntary organization a partnership, and we can offer our services to them, our advertising services, and our help in any way that they feel necessary. We can train their staff, their volunteers, in mental health first aid if that's needs. And if they're an NGO like Befrienders, we can do it for free, or a discounted price at least. But our idea is that to create a partnership with them so that they can support us and understand that we are not trying to be them, we're just trying to help them.
And a HR organization is happy with this level of service for their staff, because generally, they would want something deeper, they want something more, formal.
Yes. So a lot of HR managers tend to become these makeshift counselors for their staff. I think everyone listening in either knows a person or has gone through it themselves, that they feel, yeah, this person could really use some help. But I think that a HR manager doing this, first aid for their staff is a first step to helping them.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much
Thank
to
you.
catch up, and thank you, judges. Judges, please take a couple of moments to submit your scores. Thank you. All right, thank you, judges. Now, moving on to our next team. The last decade has basically seen an explosion of e-commerce. And as it becomes more and more normalized, consumers, we expect a lot more, right? I don't want to go down to pick up my parcels or my food. I want it delivered to my office window, right? So we want more. And is this demand too far in the future? Is it too futuristic? I don't know. Maybe not with drone here, that is developing a drone delivery service to help Malaysian people receive food and their parcels a lot faster and securely with autonomous drone technology. Take it away, drone here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming here today. I'm Shashi, the founder of Drone Here. It's a last mile delivery startup company. Question: have you ordered food online through platform? If not, I'm sure you must see delivery riders on the road, right? What's the problem with that? The increased food prices, urban traffic delay, and inconsistent experience during deliveries. Our solution is drone delivery technology that delivers food instantly when ordered through platform. We're able to reduce food costs and make quick deliveries. How our product works is a usual process when you order food online. By the way, Meranti is a sandbox for drone companies to test their product. Coming back to the example, the order goes through the platform to the merchant. Once the order is ready, that's where we enter the scene. Our drones will pick up from the merchant and drop off at the customer location. We will build infrastructure to perform the delivery service. Our target is Malaysian working people. To be specific, we focus on Meranti community, the students and working people in the area. Our objective is to capture 10% of people in Meranti to adopt our solution in their daily routine. We make 10% commission on each transaction and from delivery fees. When an order comes in, we make around 5.50 cents per order. We reach our customer by placing offline ads and social media ads to educate our users and demo our product in the event so that we can get our solution into the market. We start by providing food delivery. Once our infrastructure is ready, in future, we are able to expand our service such as parcel delivery along with others. We have a multifunctional drone solution. Our team successfully built 2 kg payload delivery drone. Now we are ready to build fully autonomous drone. Next, test the drone and obtain official authorization, then launch to the public. We were able to pull this off with hands-on experience on delivery and experience in drone services for more than 10 years. We are in the service industry. When it comes to customer satisfaction, we always maintain our service standard. We need around 2 million to set new standard for deliveries. The funding goes to technology and support. To summarize, we want to build drone delivery services and become delivery partners to platform companies. That's complete my presentation today. Thank you. Have a good one.
Have you prototyped this with any live customer?
No, we develop prototype just to test the proof of concept.
Okay, because I mean, let's say, for example, I've got a small cafe. How does a drone come in and pick it up from my shelf or my table,
Okay. We will place a delivery locker. So once the order is ready, right, we will place the box or the order into the locker, and then our drones will pick up from the locker, and then we deliver at the destination delivery. We will deliver at the designated area actually in the customer place.
So designated area would be what? My front yard or?
Okay, for example, like you living in a condo, right? So we'll place a hardware in your balcony so that our drones will land and then deliver the food at your balcony.
So that means you got to go to every balcony in that condo and put something there.
Yeah, there's two options for condo. We can put hardware in every balcony or place a locker down there at the reception area.
I mean, yeah, putting up a device or even a box in every condo is going to be a huge challenge.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, that's our entry barrier. Like it costs a lot to build our infrastructure to run this actually.
Yeah. So tell me more about the drone. Like you said, it took you a while to build it, right? Isn't there off the shelf that can do payloads? What was the reason you had to build and retrofit your own?
Yeah, we build everything from scratch actually. There's no delivery drone in the market like in the shelf. So we take the drone and then we fix it with like you can carry a box like this. Yeah, so our team can build this using there's a mechanism, a box carry mechanism that helps the drone to pick up and then drop off. You can see. Okay, this is our payload release mechanism.
If you're good at building drones, have you thought of just being a drone manufacturer, or fabricator, or designer?
We more focus on delivery actually. The bigger market, we focus on food delivery and e-commerce delivery. Because there's many drone companies out there, like drone companies doing photographies, aerial mapping, and all that. So we focus on food delivery and e-commerce parcel.
Yeah, so you focus on the development of delivery drones for the food pandas and all. I mean, now it's a food panda can't even send the right food to the right house in my neighborhood. So they can continue doing it wrongly with drones, but you just provide them the drones. Then you just do the service and the warranty and the maintenance, etc. Is that something you consider?
I'll take that, but then there's there's a problem with that actually. I think last month there's a blackout actually. There's food riders, they do blackout, right? Like they want to deliver the food and all that. And then if certain area there's less riders, and then the delivery charge is surcharge. The price is going up actually. Okay. So we can solve that problem with drones. Our drones were always available in any area to deliver the food.
Right. Let's put that aside. Doesn't matter. I'm more interested in the technology. How do you administer this from a infrastructure perspective? So where do the drones stand by? Is there a hub and spoke model? Where will the drones be before the order comes in, recharging, etc.? How does that work?
For example, we focus on Ranti Park, right? We will place there'll be drone standbys, and then we'll place our hardware in shop also. Okay, to give you an example, our drones will stand by in shop lots actually, to pick up once the order is ready, and then we'll drop off at the customer location. We have a designated place actually all over to pick up and to drop off.
Okay, so that means any neighborhood you want to go in, you'll have to have like a pot for yourself where you can be.
Correct. Yeah. So this is because like to have like, a safety measure, we can't simply go and land somewhere. It's because of the safety. So we need a designated place that people know that this is for drone landing. So no one like disturb that area. No.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Great, thank you, judges, and thank you team with drone here. We'll be moving shortly into our next team. Judges, please go ahead and submit your scores. Give me a thumbs up once you're done. Fantastic. Thank you very much, judges. All right, we'll now be moving into our ninth team, 9 out of 11. And this team, well, first of all, we're on the cusp of Halloween of October where the ghouls come out to play. And with it, there's always that one friend who claims that they cannot be scared ever. Well, enter Cari Hantu. They are a social AR content creator that creates haunted AR guided walking tours for travel agencies so that you can explore history and places with a twist. Cari Hantu, take it away.
Hi, my name is Kao, and I'm the founder of Cari Hantu. Cari Hantu is an AR content creators where we create haunted AR walking tour for the travel agencies. Next year, we will see a strong recovery in the tourism industry post-COVID with about 17,000 tour guides to service all these tourists. Malaysians love experience tour. 8 in 10 of them love the experience tour. However, there's still 1 in 3 Malaysians think that there are still not enough variety for such tour available in Malaysia. And this is where we see opportunities. More specifically, there are about 23% of the tourists who really love and want to sign up for the haunted experience tour. And our solution to that is to come up with a guided haunted walking tour powered by the social media AR. Now, example, the screen you see on the right is our product. We call it Pontana, right? We live it, and in just 7 days, it went absolutely viral, reaching about 2.2 million people. Our product, in more specific, it's a 1 hour. This is the example where the tourists will typically start from Sungai Wang and ends up in Petaling Street. And within that 1 hour tour, they will be told by the tour guides of 10 different haunted stories, and they can activate their AR using their social media app like TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. There's no additional app to download. We have done a concept test amongst 1,000 adults in Pan Malaysia. 70% of them find it unique. 44% of them claim that they will sign up, and the optimal selling price from the same survey is about 80 ringgit per pax. The SOM, we think our SOM, we could get about 160,000 urban young tourists aged below 35 years old to sign up for this per year, serviced by 5% of the travel agency who resell Cari Hantu tour content. Revenue share is our business model where we take about 25% of the revenue. But with that, our first year forecast is about 400,000 for the first year of next year. For the until the end of this year, we will be doing a pilot with Tour Plus, aiming about getting about 2,000 tourists. We will also be participating in the AR treasure hunt for the Bukit Bintang district for next month, something that is outside of haunted. By next year, we will come up with 5 unique tour packages and aim to sign up about 50 tour guides. Our ask is about 50,000 for 6 to 8 months of runway. Majority of those is used to develop more haunted filters. Myself come with 25 years of both startup and corporate experience, and my partner come with very strong IT background. And that is the end of my pitch. Any questions?
Yeah, so to use this, do you need to wear the AR goggles?
AR goggles? Yes, I'm aware of all these AR smart glasses and so on. So, but for this, we are using social AR. So what they need is basically just the usual Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. So it's just like a filter.
Okay.
Yes, there's no additional app download, right? So we are using Facebook and TikTok technology to build up all these filters.
Okay.
So with the stories all like real urban legend stories, or did you make it up?
Oh no, these are right now the whole idea is that because we are starting, so there are 10 independent stories like Pontianak, right? So like all these kind of all independent, but it's all the folks law. Everybody knows about this news here. So once I spoke to all these tour agency, they actually want to have a series, a continuation of all the 10 stories. Like Pontianak, how did the
So you're
Pontianak come?
making up the stories for those locations, like it's not like there was an urban legend in
Oh,
Jalan.
no. I try to find it, it's kind of difficult. Some people say BI school and so on. I wanted to go to BI school and do some Japanese stuff,
Every school got one,
yeah. Yeah, so that's the idea. Yeah.
So what's the end goal? What do you see your company being at the end once you do stuff like this?
Yeah, essentially, I want to do this for the tourism industry. So if I go to anybody and say that, hey, let's do this AR stuff for tourism industry, nobody understand. Nobody understand anything. So I call it Cari Hantu for a reason. People know exactly what that is, right? And the AR treasure hunt that I was talking about happening next month, it all started with Cari Hantu. It ended up becoming a treasure hunt, right? And want us to develop treasure hunt for them. That's exactly what I want to do, right? So Cari Hantu is see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. Remind me, what was the business model? How do you make money again?
Ours is a revenue share model, right? So we take about 25% of the royalty, so to say. Yeah, but one thing that we still need to consider and work with those travel agency is that either we need to charge by per pax or go by subscription. They are saying they want subscription, right? So we come up with a different content and so on. Then they don't have to monitor, right? So there are two different models. There's something that I need to work out with Tour Plus and so on. We are still in a very early stage and fine-tuning all the operational model and so on. But it's so new. It's so new that nobody knows how to charge and so on, right? So there's quite a fair bit on the pilot bit.
So you would allow people to kind of curate stories and content for you to upsell into the whole thing. So like send a story and put it into something.
Yes, but right now we're going to start out with some popular legend folklore, right? Like Pontianak, right? So or things like that.
Final question is, what is that behind you?
Okay,
no more questions.
I think you need to get one done for Vikesh's office,
Yeah. Actually, you should do Bangsa Sao Cari Hantu. I think UOA will support you doing something here. We can hook that up. Let's do that.
I think it's an interesting idea, right? But the question is, how big do you think this business is going to be?
Well, if I stick it to Hantu, right, it's going to be for the niche. So as I mentioned earlier on, it's going to be something about the tourism industry, right? I'm part of the community. I've seen success cases in the US and in Europe, especially on Facebook, how they use AR. So those are the final aim, exactly what we want to do on the tourism industry. So if we crack that, introducing the AR, social AR in tourism industry, I think it will be, I don't know how big that is, right? But it's going to start somewhere. And we're going to start with something that is attract some traction. That is Cari Hantu, and then we go on from there. But essentially, our end goal is something to do with tourism industry in using the social AR.
All right, great. Judges, if you have no further questions, we will move on to the next team. Oops, sorry.
Now we are sales defined. We help company to scale their sales team through gamification.
Sorry. Judges, go ahead and submit your scores. All right. Thank you, judges, for submitting, and thank you, Team Cherry Hantu. Moving on to our second last team, which is Salesify. So Salesify, basically, what is more fun than making money? It's having fun while making money, right? And that's what Salesify is. It's about creating a fun sales management software to help high commission sales agents to grow and scale their sales through gamification of the sales process. So some interesting stuff here. Salesify, take it away.
Now we are Salesify. We help companies to scale their sales team through gamification. Now here are the problems that happen every day in the sales team which we want to solve. Number one, delay gratification. Salesperson only gets gratified when they close the deal, and it might take up to 3 months to do that. And during the sales process, there is no support system available to keep them motivated to close the sale. Number two, scattered data. Now everyone is using different tools like WhatsApp and spreadsheet in the sales team, which makes it hard to consolidate sales data. And number three, delay in reporting. Managers too late to handle the issue faced by the team because salesperson only reports to their managers once a week. Now, most of us know that sales team is the most important team for company growth, but do you know that more than 60% of their time is spent on non-sales related activities, and you're going to lose 33,000 per year per salesperson, if they did not perform. And with Salesify, you'll be able to reduce time spent on data management, instantly gratify and motivate your sales team towards their goal, and getting live insights from every single action that the salesperson do when they engage with their client through Salesify. Now, this is our working MVP. With our SOP checklist, you'll be able to create and duplicate your best sales practice from your top sales of top managers and share to everyone in the team to help them to close the deal. Now, this will scale the team and also improve the company operational excellence. Now, with gamification, we gamify all the sales action. So when your salesperson create leads, make appointment or close the deal, they'll be able to gain experience to level up and also hitting sales target. Now, with this, it will reduce boredom, improve retention, and also productivity of the team. Now, with leaderboard and ranking, this will spark healthy competition within the team, especially for the extroverts. And with our timeline view tracking, manager gets to know what's working and what's not instantly. Now, with our in-depth reporting, not just sales and revenue, you'll be able to see your team efficiency as well as measure value created by each sales action. Now, this is the market that we're looking at. We are looking at the market of commission-based seller or agents at an annual revenue of 10.5 million with a subscription model of 99 ringgit per month. And across the chasm, we have Brenda, who is going to contribute 50 users to us by 2023. And moving forward, we're going to partner with Comsec accounting audit firm, sales coach, property and insurance agency, especially a direct marketing business, because this is the post-pandemic era where everyone wants extra income, right? Our differentiation. Now, Salesify is focusing on gamification of the CRM instead of just CRM or sales solution. And we also want to focus on agent-based market with our low entry price point. And this is our roadmap. We are looking into building even more gamification, make it into a complete SaaS solution, and develop AI and also new market to help us to gain more users. Now, this is the team considered of hacker, hustler, and hipster. Most of us has tech startup experience before. And we're asking for 250,000 and also for investors who can help us to gain access to the market of salesperson, IT solution provider, direct selling business owner, and also sales coach network. And this is my contact. If you're interested in a startup, please contact me. Thank you.
Yeah, sounds exciting. Yong, are you doing a CRM with gamification, or is this just simply the gamification part?
It's a CRM with gamification. Yep.
So I can do my sales tracking and all that.
Yeah. So currently the MVP that we have right now, it's not the complete CRM version. In fact, we're still building like some of the reminder tools and to make it into a complete CRM solution. So yes, you'll be able to track your sales, your leads, as well as especially on the behavior of the salesperson when they are engaging with the clients through Salesify, like when they do calls or when they set appointment. Now we can track most of those actions. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the timeline to get the whole CRM up? Is it dependent on the funding?
Yeah, I think it's really dependent on funding because currently we actually have our own software house that we are developing in-house. So I think most of us know that SaaS product, you need to make it complete in order to actually cross the chasm. So right now, we still need time, especially for the sales tracking part. On the reminder side and notification side, I think we are a bit lacking of that. But most of the functions like adding products, taking notes, scheduling appointments, emails, normal emails, I think most of it is done. So the only part left is basically those like reminders. Yep.
So you're comparing yourself with HubSpot. Sorry, Suresh. HubSpot's not really cheap. So are you targeting a certain level of clientele that would see this as a HubSpot competitor or someone who needs something affordable, hence they take you and not HubSpot?
Yeah, actually we are looking into those like I would say direct selling market, or so-called agents market with financial advisor. In fact, we have Brenda, who is a financial advisor. So she's like contributing like her team as user for us to test with the financial advisors market, because like the team that actually will use a CRM will be those who is a bit more professional, as well as they would have strong product knowledge. So that would be our target market. Instead of focusing on B2B businesses, we will be actually focusing on directly selling to those like direct marketing kind of leaders. Yep.
So yours is 199 per user or what?
99 ringgit is per month per for 5 accounts. Yep.
So it's 20 ringgit per person.
Yep.
So you're basically like, you know, a very affordable, you know, you're a very affordable CRM system with gamification built in.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yeah, but that affordable is not to actually target Salesforce or HubSpot kind of customer. We're actually targeting on agent-based business. Yep.
Yeah. So the thing is that if you target on agent-based business, then you got to ask yourself, you know, how big is that market?
Yeah, we have checked. It's actually pretty big. If we only talk about financial market, especially like insurance agents in Malaysia, it's already like 89,000 number of registered insurance agent. Yeah. So it's actually pretty big for that lah. And maybe I'll show you the market size that we are looking at. It's actually like this. Yeah, it's around 88,000 financial advisors in Malaysia. So the market is pretty big.
We have 88,000 financial advisors in Malaysia.
Yeah. Registered lah. Yeah, those registered.
What was the difference in the tier of pricing? It's only one model throughout, or what else does it scale up to?
Actually, to be frank, we are still testing. We don't have any package, but that's actually our ideal what I call it, ideal price, because when we tested with Brenda, and she wanted to help us to actually push also to her team in Indonesia. So I think this price around 100 ringgit or maybe like $25 or around $20 would be the ideal pricing for this kind of market. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's say they're 88,000, right?
Yep.
And out of that 88,000, right, you are going to capture what, 10% of the market? So you got 8,800, right?
Yeah, that's what we're aiming for, 10%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I need some convincing that the market is that big, 880,000.
Oh, it's not 880,000, it's 88,000. 88,000. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Team Salesify, and thank you, judges. Go ahead and take a couple of seconds or minutes to submit your scores and give me a thumbs up when you are ready. All right, thank you very much, judges. We are now moving into our final team of the day for the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator Cohort 43 Demo Days, supported or organized by Leet Ventures and supported by MDEC. Moving into our final team is Airboard Technologies. So essentially, as we move into a hybrid learning and presentation mode, the desire to annotate in real life has become almost a need rather than a desire. And those $70,000 smart TVs are not cutting it. Well, enter Airboard. It's a tool that can turn any surface into a smartboard to help teachers and educators make their classes more engaging and interactive at a price that is affordable and scalable. Team Airboard, take it away.
Hello everybody, I'm Nigel, and today I'll be presenting about Airboard. So Airboard is a tool that can transform any flat surface into a digital smartboard, improving how teaching and learning can be done with just a sensor and a stylus. So as the future of learning are moving towards hybrid classes, where half of them are face-to-face and half of them are online, this creates a gap between face-to-face and online students, as there isn't any engagement from the face-to-face students, as the teacher would just be sitting in front of the class on their computers. So besides that, drawing and writing with a mouse is also a massive headache for teachers, as I'm sure if you tried it, you will know as well. So here it is being used in classrooms, and here it is by a demo using by a passerby. So the benefits of Airboard is that it can help learning because it allows students to play and interact with elements, which will be able to help them visualize the concepts a lot better. So in terms of the market size, we'll be targeting schools first, and there are 10,509 schools in Malaysia. We will be aiming for private schools as they will have more funds to spend in classroom technologies. And there are 35 private schools in KL, which is the area that we plan to start with. So in terms of the revenue, we'll be selling our device at a 50% profit margin, and the estimated selling price would be 500 ringgit. So in terms of go-to-market, we plan to do B2B first, and we'll be direct selling it to institutions. So here are some institutions that we have raised awareness and worked with before. So Sunway has also agreed to do a pilot project with us once we have finalized our MVP development. They agreed to test run it in their classrooms. So here is also a event that we have participated in where Sunway and Custom signed an MOU using Airboard. So in terms of the market validation is that there's actually a survey done on usage of smartboard, and most of them actually preferred learning with smartboard compared to other mediums. But the issue with smartboard is that the price. So as our price is less than a tenth of the price of smartboard, it's actually a lot more scalable for institutions to scale throughout the whole school of usage. And also another point is portability. As our product is just a sensor and a pen, you can actually just finish once you're done using it at school, you can bring it home and use it at home. For our roadmap is by Q4 of 2022, we plan to finalize our MVP development. And next year, we plan to do our pilot project. And after that, we plan to do our manufacturing. So here's our team. Most of us are in computer background. And we'll be asking for 50,000, but mainly we want to ask for is in terms of help in R&D. So we're actually looking for mechanical engineering as well as software engineering people to help develop our MVP further. And yeah, that's all from us today. Thank you all for your time.
Is your solution camera based then?
Yeah, it's using OpenCV.
Using what?
OpenCV is a software.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do I need to use a particular camera? I can use any camera.
Currently, we are using our sensor. So it's a product.
Okay. So you sell that as a package, so I can buy that?
Yeah, the sensor and the pen together.
Okay. And tell me, if I wanted to buy this for my house, just so I can draw on the walls and not get in trouble?
Yeah.
How much would it cost me?
We estimate the selling price would be 500 ringgit.
Okay.
What's the major component of that pricing, right? What's the big ticket item for 500 bucks?
Mainly it would be from the cost of the raw materials as well as all the components and stuff.
But that's pricing before it goes to scale, right? So therefore, it will eventually go down once you just you manufacture based on components you need and not just retrofit stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the vision of the company? Where do you want to be at the end? Just be known for this, or is there a whole series of things that you're thinking about, smart schools, etc.?
That is essentially, we wanted to do that, but that will be like further down the line. We wanted to do a whole system or like ecosystem of educational tools. However, but right now we think that we can purely focus on this first.
Okay. Because there are kind of complete products. How would you differentiate yourself? Like the projectors that can kind of simulate what you're doing with your fingers. I think it's way lesser than that price point you flash the TV screens in for. So those are things in the market. So with yours, with 500 ringgit, I get your component that recognizes the input, but I still need to get a projector and a TV, etc., right?
Yeah, but our plan is that actually you can even use it on your computer monitors or even TVs. But because our plan is most schools already do have projector screens. The issue is they always try to like get smart boards in. But since it's already have projector, it's just another add-on that they can just transform their classes into a smart board.
Okay, cool. So what will be the usage of the 50,000? It's not much for a hardware-based startup. How would you use it?
It's mainly for R&D.
And
because we're still working on the...
What is the biggest issue you're facing with the device right now in terms of how long it lasts? What's the main issue?
Currently is the consistency. So because it's a camera-based sensor, sometimes it can detect and sometimes it's a bit off. So that's the main issue.
I can't see full view of the device, so it gets blocked off by the user, or?
Yeah, it's sometimes it get blocked off by the user, and also depends on the setup as well.
Okay, but it's things you think you can work around?
Yeah.
Cool, very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Do we have last questions from the judges? Are we good? Okay, great. Thank you very much to Team Airboard for your presentation. And that wraps us up, ladies and gentlemen. You just heard from 11 different startups across very different verticals and different offerings. And now as the judges consolidate their thoughts and submit their scores, we would like to open to the floor to all of you who are joining us to tell us which pitch or startup did you enjoy the most out of the 11 that you have heard from today. Go ahead and scan the QR code that you see on the screen, or the link to the voting form will be posted into the chat on Zoom. Go ahead and click on that and tell us which pitch or startup did you enjoy the most throughout the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator Cohort 43 Demo Day organized by Leet Academy, Leet Ventures and our supporting partners, MDEC. Go ahead and tell us now as the judges consolidate their thoughts and get ready to provide their judges' comments very shortly. The link to the form, the link to vote for the pitches that you love the most is in the Zoom chat below, or you could scan the QR code that is on your screen to do so. So we're gonna put on the timer 3 minutes to allow you to vote while the judges consolidate their thoughts. thank you. For those of you who are still voting, go ahead and just submit your thoughts of which pitch or startup did you enjoy the most, and tell us your thoughts. Right now, we are going to be moving into the judges' comments. So the judges are going to be providing general feedback and comments for the top 11 pitches today that they've heard through the Alpha Startups Digital Accelerator Cohort 43 Demo Day. Judges, is there anyone who'd like to start? If not, Mr. Suresh Thiru from Go1 and ex-CEO of Seek Asia, you can go ahead and provide your general comments for the teams today.
Yeah, so it's really exciting to see all the startups, every single one of them, genuinely, trying to solve a problem for a customer. So those are so good to see. All of them were good, so I think it's going to make it difficult for me to score these. But it's really exciting to see the quality, to see the enthusiasm and the passion, and also sort of the domain knowledge and capability of all the startups.
Any advice on what they should focus on next, Suresh?
Yeah, I think trying to understand product market fit will be important. These are all very early stage. So I'll quickly go out there, meet customers, do trials, that kind of thing. Don't worry yet about revenue, but make sure that you speak to customers and get them to give you some feedback about how you're developing the product.
Fantastic. Thank you for that, Suresh. Next up, our judge, Mr. Vikesh Lakmichan, founding partner of Leet Ventures. Go ahead with.
Why so formal? Yeah, I sound like a broken record and a cliche where, wow, amazing ideas. I always say this every year, it's getting better and better, but it is the degree of sophistication, some of the ideas and uniqueness, I'm really happy to see such ideas coming in, not just having typical Me Too ideas. Even if it's something like, I just give an example like Cari Hantu. It's like, it's kind of amusing, but I think it still has some kind of commercial way. I think everyone that pitched today can find ways to make money, even though you don't get funded. There are ways you can go in the market and be revenue generating already. I honestly think that, including someone like Drone here, right? Although some people might say, hey, it's far-fetched to get food delivered from a shop to a window, but it's still drones that people want, delivery drones that people are looking into. It's a sector that's going to happen, likely it or not, someone's going to win it. So I like that you have already started working on something like that, speaking to the folks of Meranti and knowing where the sandboxes are to start such a business. So everyone has got their foot in the door and attempting to make this happen. And I'm really happy to see that, right? So well done to all.
Thank you very much, Vikesh. Is there anything that they should do moving forward? Anything that they should focus on in particular, in general?
Start making money. Don't worry if you raise funds or not. Make money and the funds will come to you.
Short and succinct. Thank you very much, Vikesh. All right. So thank you.
That's a bit different from what I told them. So we need to coordinate our notes next time.
Yeah, man. It's okay. Let's figure out who we're gonna write monies to now.
Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone. So the votes are actually still coming in for your crowd favorites. So check our social media pages right after this demo days very soon to see who won crowd favorite. We're still getting votes coming in. So I think some of you are typing comments. So we're not going to just call it just yet. We're going to give you a little bit more time. And then check our social media pages for the results of our crowd favorite. And in 1 to 2 weeks, we'll also most likely be announcing the recipient of the funding from this cohort as well. So please do keep in touch with us at 1337 Ventures or Leet Academy Asia. We are everywhere. So any that is your favorite platform, we would be more than happy to have you there with us. So please do keep track of our social media, and we will be announcing the crowd favorite as well as the recipient of the funding
One more thing.
Yes, go ahead.
Are we talking about a hackathon?
Yes, you may go ahead.
Yeah. So if you're a startup and you tune in, we're hosting an amazing hackathon with Jewel Digital Ventures. That's one of the VC arms of PNB. That's the giant that owns like the major banks in this country. They are getting into the foray of working with startups. So there's a hackathon coming to see how you could reimagine your startup to work with ASNB. We recommend that you take part in that. There's amazing cash prizes. But beyond that, if you have a great solution where they can work with ASNB, they want to give you a grant and see how you can realize that idea. So if you're a startup tuned in, you're in fintech, especially, this is a hackathon that you have to basically join, right? So hopefully you'll sign up. Signing up is by 1st October, closing date. Done.
Thank you, Vikesh. Yes, there are just so many programs happening right now. So if you want to have a list of all of them, please go to our social media pages. The hackathon is an amazing opportunity for you guys. And if you check the chat, Shannon from our team has actually put information there. So go ahead and check that out. Before we all leave and the judges go on to deliberate who will be receiving the funding for this cohort, I would like to invite all of you here today to turn on your cameras for a very brief selfie that we can take together to mark this occasion of the cohort 43. And before we end, also just want to say a big thank you to the entire Leet Ventures team and all the mentors for being here with the startups. And of course, our beloved sponsor, sporting partners from MDEC, who has made a lot of this happen as well behind the scenes with us. So thank you to our mentors, to our sponsors, and of course, to our teams and all of you here today with us. Thank you so much for joining us.